Alright, what's happening, everybody? Alright, Tim Dameron's on another rant again. So, I want to talk to you guys about this American dream. You guys remember this? They told you we had this American dream. You could come to America, and you can buy a house, and it's so good, and it's cheaper than renting. Alright, well, let's look at this. And there's a whole pile of these, but this was like the most insulting one I think I've seen. Alright, so this house was built in... 1930, okay? This house is only 1,600 square feet with 2 little bedrooms and 2 little bathrooms, okay? So you got enough room for 2 wheelchairs and probably one of those hospital beds or something. Do you see this thing going on here? Okay? Now, where's this place at? You know, Tommy Hopkins says the most important thing about real estate is location, location, location. The 3 most important things, which is the same thing. But whatever. It's his little game. It's fine. So it's over here in San Antonio to where most of the crime is at. That's right. So let's talk about the person that works at McDonald's, okay? Because they're going to look at a house like this, right? Maybe it's just them by themselves, you know, a starter family, whatever. Let's look at this American dream. Ooh. So on $210,000 in today's rates, this is why all of my realtor friends don't talk to me anymore. Your payment would be $1,874 you see what it is, $1,874 a month. Now, I'm here to tell you, it's cheaper to rent. But let's just keep going with the BS American dream here. All right, let's look at the breakdown. So the person that buys this house is going to need $42,000 down. Just right off the bat. There's your interest rate, so pretty much 1%, and that's going to give you that with the taxes. No, this place is in the hood, okay? The taxes are going to be cheap, or at least they say. So, whose dream is this? This is why I'm a renter. No way. You know what? Who can do this? I mean, really, who? And then let's just add the dollars and cents up here. Yeah, you look at all this. Ooh, it's so exciting. 6.64% after you pay them payoff money so you can lower your rate. Seriously, that's how corrupt things are getting these days. We now have to bribe the bankers internally just to lower the rate. Jeez. Anyway, and they call it buying down the rate. I call it paying a bribe because that's what it is. So let's look at the American dream here. So out of pocket, these 2 people that work, presumably, they probably make $50,000 a year. They're going to need to come up with $42,000, $55,000 a year is probably what they're making, right? To qualify for a house like this, $200,000 house, 2 bedroom, 2 bath in the hood. Yeah. This is why people that live on the west side of town always stay on the west side of town. It's because these lenders are the ones that actually dictate where everybody's going to live, and this is how they manipulate the practice. This is how they control the door. This is how it opens and closes, because they're not only going to need $42,000 down, but you're going to need to inspect the house, which they don't tell you about until it's time. Oh, you just need to inspect the house. We need $250. And then we need all this other money for everything else. And then we got to close because we've somehow opened something. I don't know what, but we've opened something here. Pandora's box, probably. But anyway, now we've got to bribe all these people to close it all. And now all these other people show up, and now they're all in charge of your loan. And they're really not. There's a much, much, much deeper scandal going on than even this. But let's just keep our eyes shut and keep looking at this American dream. So all in all, these people are going to need to put down about a year's worth of income. And they're needing to have it on hand. And because they want to make sure that you struggled. They want to make sure that they know that you did it. They're going to ask you where that down payment came from. And if it came from somebody else, could cost you a point. Could cost you money at closing. It could cost you something else. And the moral of the story is this. If it looks shady, don't do it. Okay? Seriously. If you guys want to learn this system, you want to learn how to understand this just a little bit more, we've got a debt and foreclosure class coming up Oh, yeah. And I'm not talking about them foreclosing on you. I'm talking about you foreclosing on them. What if they tell you that this is the American dream? What if they tell you, hey, we loaned you $300,000 for that house, right? Because you needed it after all those closing and opening costs and all those other fees that they want to charge, right? For nothing, for doing nothing. Because you don't see them doing anything except some guy climbing on the roof. That's it. Seriously. So what happens when you wake up to all this? What happens when you figure out that, hey, this isn't okay? Or you find out that they're not servicing your contract? What are your rights? How do you enforce those rights? I've got a debt, credit, and foreclosure class coming up. It's a fantastic class, and I've actually done it. I have actually foreclosed on my lenders for not servicing the loan. When you understand the parameters of the loan, you understand where you stand. And you'll never be one of those people that says, oh, my bank messed up my account for 3 months, and then you stood by and just watched them do it. No. The other part of my class, we're going to be talking about credit. We're going to be talking about managing your credit, cleaning your credit, getting errors off of there, getting stuff right. Okay? This is going to be really important because this affects your children. Yeah. Your credit ratings actually affect your children. Where you work affects your children. Didn't know that, did you? It all affects you. And it's important that we set down some good understanding and that we lay down some good road. And if you guys want to learn more about this and how this actually does work, how to keep your lenders in line, how to keep everything on the up and up, set up an interview with me. I'd love to meet with you. We've got a class coming up. If you guys want to check out our class schedule, just go to our website right here, houseofyah.communityoutreach.com. We'd love to meet with you. Have a super blessed afternoon, everyone.